I kind of pinched a couple of my dad's because I thought they looked quite cool on the wall, like the covers and stuff.
First record was Sex Pistols, Anarchy in the UK.
You know what I mean? I'm smiling as I'm working. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying myself. Any opportunity I got, I would always bring my vinyl, you know.
Welcome to Vinyl, hosted by me, Robin Stewart, where I present the opinions of collectors, a local DJ, and an academic regarding the passion and history behind vinyl. Dr. Adam Baer from Edinburgh University gives a brief history of the origins of vinyl.
The commercial format of vinyl records was developed by, I think, Columbia in the late 40s. So it was 1948. RCA Victor introduced the competing 45 RPM format in 1949. Kicked off what was called the War of the Speeds in the industry. There was essentially a format war, not unlike Betamax VHS, well received by the public.
Dr. Baer stated that iPods or digital music is something that everyone has, that it's static and interchangeable, whereas vinyl has distinct qualities that make it unique.
Vinyl really did allow independent record labels to expand their parameters. One of the properties of vinyl was that, I don't know if you've ever handled a shellac record, but if you drop one, it smashes, whereas vinyl allowed people like Sam Phillips of Sun Studios to put their records in the post to radio stations, so they didn't need that infrastructure that was only previously available to the majors. So vinyl really did allow the smaller producers, people that were doing things like country, blues, rock and roll, to sell their music to a wide audience.
Patsy Gillen, a young collector, enthuses about her vinyl collection.
Just finding a wee record shop and stuff, and then I just thought it'd be quite cool to collect some of my favourite songs on vinyl. I just got really into collecting because I thought they looked really cool, and having all the different albums of my favourite artists, and then just from there I've completely become addicted to it. The first album that I bought would be Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures, because it sounds good on vinyl though, it really does, it sounds really cool. I've got so many now that I decided to obviously have them out in my room. So this is them here on my shelf. They're all alphabetised because I'm completely obsessive, and they're all in order of the year that they were released. I'm really that sad. But it's kind of cool though, because I like to learn about music and learn about the albums that I've bought.
Patsy states she loves her music, Stone Roses in particular, and attributes her father with her passion for vinyl.
The jam ones are my dad's, so he's kind of partly responsible for my love of music and then vinyl.
Dr. Baer was asked whether CDs and cassettes were responsible for the initial decline of vinyl.
As it suggests, cassettes had already come in by the early 70s, were massive by the mid-80s, and it was around the mid-80s that CDs came to play. The decline was not immediate. It was over a period of about 5 years and was largely to do with marketing of CDs as the next step up in fidelity, although that was debated in terms of the warmth of vinyl versus what was perceived to be the relative coldness of the digital signal.
Dr. Baer goes on to state that the oil crisis in the late 70s also contributed to the rising cost of vinyl. However, Ewan Duncan, the owner of Europa Records, the largest stockist of vinyl in Scotland, has a different perspective.
They dropped the quality of the vinyl artificially to boost CD sales, to give the folk a false impression that CD quality was better than LP quality, and that has rebounded in the last 15 years, has started coming back. They're pressing things in 180 gram, 200 gram quality pressing, virgin vinyl, whereas in the 80s they were reusing vinyl and they were making them like frisbees. Pressing plants have been reopening in the last 15 years, gradually more so. I would say, unfortunately, the main emphasis that the media is giving to the vinyl sales has been given credit to HMV, who have, I would say, singly helped destroy vinyl market. They're being hypocritical as to what they're saying. The vinyl sales have been coming up very much so for many years, and people are wanting it. Price can put some people off of brand new vinyl, but the quality is there, and it's much better quality than the CD.
Johnny, a Stirling-based DJ, also expresses his opinion about the vinyl market.
Well, I think it's like anything technological. A product will come out, sinks into the market for a bit, and then something else new comes and replaces it. It's consumerism at its best.
Johnny shares his feelings about vinyl and its future from the vantage point of the DJ.
Like, vinyl still exists. I mean, some DJs still play it, some clubs still have the turntables in, but essentially vinyl is an expensive hobby, and music, house, dance, charts moving so fast that you need something cheap and accessible, and that's where CDs come in, and CDs have pushed out vinyl slowly but surely until it becomes a hobby once again.
Even with the price of vinyl and the current economic climate, young buyers don't seem to be dissuaded.
They're going to market them at a higher price, whereas older records you can find these days for like $5 here and there and stuff. I got a Lana Del Rey's new album on vinyl. Lana Del Rey was quite expensive, but it was totally worth it.
According to Adam Baer, not all record promotion is vinyl-based, however.
And so the record takes on the status more of something like a t-shirt or a poster. It allows you to own a piece of the band in the way that having a download or a digital recording doesn't. And so it becomes a new way of marketing a band Found, who released chocolate records. Obviously there's only 50 of these things, but it became a covetable item.
Vinyl, once a part of our everyday lives and then a part of our history, has come full circle and been reinvented to perhaps enjoy another golden age.
Vinyl is just too good to disappear.